Hi guys!
Welcome back to Advanced Weekly Update.
新年快乐!
新年快乐!
We hope you guys are having a great week. You're probably busy this week, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So we thank you so much for joining us again for Advanced Weekly Updates.
That's right. Thank you so much for making time to tune in. This is a busy week, right? This is a time when everyone's cleaning their houses and getting things ready for their...
Yeah, good reminder.
Yeah.
Got to clean the house, got to get the food prepared, right?
That's
well, my
right.
name is Brandon, and...
my name is also Brandon.
Oh.
No, it's not. My name is David. This is Brandon.
Although my middle name is also David, so
true.
we do share that. But you didn't know that.
We do also want to thank you guys so much for writing in. We had some people write in last week. Our question of the week last week was, what are some ways that your father has inspired you and made a difference in your life? We got a really great answer from Alan Chen, one of our faithful readers, listeners, and viewers. Yeah, he talked about how his father helped him to learn how to always stay calm in every situation, which I think is a really good thing to learn. Absolutely.
And we also heard from Sue Downs. Thank you for writing in, Sue. You talked about how Doris has been a help to you and inspired you, talking about never giving up, which is a great thing to remember, right?
That's right.
To not give up. And so thank you, Alan and Sue, for writing into us. We invite you, if you haven't written into us, to write into us right now. You can ask us a question, actually. While we are live, you can ask us a question. Or later on, if you're watching this later this week, you can also type in a comment there and let us know your response to our question of the week, or ask us a question as well.
That's right. That's right.
So we have a lot going on this week before Chinese New Year, David.
We do, and I really like our. We have our newsworthy this week, and we have a business article. But on our newsworthy clips have some really interesting stuff.
We're flying high.
Yeah, we're flying high
on a blimp.
Which is.
When's the last time you rode in a blimp?
Never in my life. Actually, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can now.
That's right.
I think it's really interesting. This blimp is kind of presenting itself as a very eco-friendly way to travel as well.
It's called the Airlander.
Yeah, the Airlander is apparently very efficient in the fuel that it uses, and it could become a new thing in domestic travel in the U.S.
Sounds strange, but interesting. The article is pretty fascinating, actually. And we also talk about parsing proteins.
Oh, yeah.
In days 2 and 3 of our newsworthy clips. But the article we really want to focus on today is our business article coming up later this week. It's called Getting Down to Business. And that's kind of an idiom sometimes that we use. It's time to get down to business. It's time to get to work.
That's right. Time to get to work. Time to get serious about something that you're trying to do. And in the spirit of Chinese New Year, where we were talking about the throwing away the old and bringing in the new luck, the new wealth, the new love. In this business article, we talk about how Amazon has gotten a new CEO in day one, and then the next day we talk about how a young Generation Z entrepreneur is trying to pave the way for new businesses and new business owners to come in and start making a living.
And so it makes us think about new things that we want to do. We talked about this at the beginning of the year, but it's Chinese New Year. We're also kind of thinking about that, out with the old, in with the new, and maybe you want to do something new in your career, for example.
Yeah.
What is that? And now's a good time to stop and think about that, some new things that you want to see happen in the coming year.
That's right. So that's why our question of the week is, what is something that you want to revamp about your life? Brandon, what does that mean? Revamp?
To revamp. It's kind of like, I think of it as like remodeling, right? So maybe you have a house, an apartment, or even a business will do that. They will remodel, and you walk in and everything looks brand new. But it's the same building, right?
That's right.
You're not changing your whole body, right? You're not changing everything about you, but you are revamping, you're sprucing things up, you're making things sort of new again. And that's a great word to know, to revamp something. But how are you going to do this in this new year? What are you going to change in your life?
Yeah. So, Brandon, how about you? Or do you want me to go first?
Well, you can. Yeah, I can go first. Sure.
Why don't you go first? Brandon, what do you want to revamp in the coming year?
Well, Okay, but before I answer that, can I say this?
Yes.
There's just something about him as my personality or what it is. I feel like when I set out to do something new, I'm all excited, and then I feel like I have 10 things coming against me that make me feel, oh, it's so hard to do. So don't give up. Remember what you learned from Doris Sue Downs. You mentioned that, to never give up. So that's the first encouragement, that you have all these new ideas and you're ready to go right out of the gate, and then a lot of things will come in your path that will be obstacles, and they make you feel like, why not even try to do something new? But don't let that keep you down. So, okay, for me, doing something new, okay, so I went to the gym Saturday.
Okay.
Yes, I hear your applause. Thank you very much.
All right.
I went to the gym, my wife and I did, and that's the first time in a long time. So I want to keep that trend going. I know it's a common thing that you say, you know, people do that the new year, but, you know, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
The pounds are coming on, so you gotta fight against it, right? And so that's one of the things that I want to do, is to, you know, work out and that kind of thing more. But yeah, you know, I think I shared this at the beginning of the year, but it's worth revisiting. I have this word of the year, intentionality. To be intentional.
Yeah.
And so I'm reminded right now of the importance of that. How am I spending my time? I mean, life just keeps going by. And if you're not intentional, you'll look back and you feel like, did I waste my time? And we don't want to waste our lives, right? We want to be intentional with the time that God has given us.
Yeah.
So that's all I have.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Brandon. I'll definitely be praying for you that you will continue on that path.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think for me, how do I want to revamp? Well, my life is going to be really revamped in the new year, because I'm going to be getting married soon.
Woohoo!
That's going to revamp everything about my life.
Yeah.
I think that as since I'm stepping into this totally new life, right, there's a lot of things about myself that need to be revamped. A lot of old habits that I need to give up, a lot of new habits that I need to take on, a lot of ways of thinking about my free time, thinking about activities, thinking about what to do on holidays, thinking about how to spend big holidays like Chinese New Year, you know? Like even this year for Chinese New Year, I'm going to be going to Taichung, which I usually do, but I'm going to be visiting my new family and spending time with them, and just there's a lot of things that are now expectations that weren't before, which is a good thing, but it's part of how my life is being revamped. And so I think that the big thing that one of my I haven't quite gotten it down to a word, but one of my big sort of directions of the year is just to be willing to love in a way that gives up myself, right? Just to kind of really be more selfless.
All right.
I think, yeah. Because like back when I was single, right? I could live a life that was very generous to others, but I could still come home and sort of have my own life, right? But now the level to which I have to be willing to sacrifice is much higher, and I just hope and pray, that as God helps me to grow, that I would always be willing to make those sacrifices, always be willing to go that extra step.
Yeah, so when you're getting married, like you'll have those challenges come about, which you'll grow in that, right? But it's not easy. So that's good to make sacrifices. That's something we all need to do, whether we're married or not. We have to make sacrifices for other people. So that's a good thing to kind of think about and revamp in all of our lives, right?
That's right.
And so what are you doing for Chinese New Year? We hope that you guys are going to have lots of fun and eat lots of good food. And I hope you're able to get some rest. It's so important, right?
Oh yeah.
We're so busy these days.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of hard for a lot of people to get rest during Chinese New Year, because there's all this family around, and one of our wonderful coworkers, one of our directors, actually told me that one of the hardest thing about Chinese New Year for him is just the fact that everyone is constantly feeding him.
Oh yeah.
Like you wake up and you eat some kind of big breakfast, some like Joel and like youtiao or whatever, so that's when it's prepared, and then you sit down for 20 minutes, and then they're like, oh, we have these meatballs. You have to eat these gongwan. Like so and so brought these from the mountains. They made them there. You have to eat them, and so you have to eat them. It's like your job, and then you eat the gongwan, and you're like, oh my god. And then they're like, oh, someone came. They got this chicken, and then you have to eat it. People keep showing up at your house and bringing food, and then you have to eat. I don't
see the problem, David. I don't know what the problem is. No, I can't relate to that. There comes a point where you're like, I can't eat another thing, right? You're just done. But you're blessed, right, to have all of that, but it's hard to see the blessings when they're just piled on you all at once. So we hope you can pace yourselves and not have to eat too much, but I think we'll live through it. It's only a few days, right?
That's right,
And we'll make
yeah.
it through it, and we can all go to the gym after that. All right.
So tell us in the comments below, what do you want to revamp about your life? Or you can just tell us what you want to do for Chinese New Year. Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you guys, and we are wishing all of you a happy Chinese New Year. Just a reminder, during Chinese New Year there will not be a live stream, but we will have our live stream the next Monday after that, which I think will be
February.
February.
Yes, it will be the following Monday. So next Monday we will not be here live. We will not have an advanced weekly update all week because we will be on vacation for Chinese New Year as well.
That's
but
right.
the following Monday we will be right here at 1 o'clock. So join us live for advanced weekly update then. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right.
And also, if you want to have any comments there, if you're watching this later in the week, please be sure to leave us a response there in the comment section underneath the YouTube video.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for listening in. Happy Chinese New Year. God bless you. Stay safe and pace yourself. Don't try to eat all the meatballs at once. Just kind of take your time.
That's right.
Take your time.
See you guys. 新年快乐.
See you guys later.
Bye.
新年快乐.